we were saying, Jaden's on with us. We were saying, Jaden and I, when we were talking, because you just got on, I.R.L, for people who are about to join us, that I'm usually the late one. And Jaden said, and he's usually the late one. And he and I were literally right on time.
And here I come swinging in 8 minutes late. You're welcome. You know, it's not like we have a celebrity with us or anything today. It's not like we have somebody with like 7 million followers joining us on our Facebook Live. Here I am like, la-di-da.
I've already talked to him for 10 minutes. I should have just went live and we could have this interview done, cut and dry.
We had Jade and I apologize for being late. We're doing distance learning right now. And I was in the middle of an epic meltdown over some 5th grade social studies. And so I'm like trying to tell a 10-year-old, hey man, I just need you to pump the brakes here for just a second. And then we'll come back to this. Yeah. And there was no pumping of the brakes. So here we are.
Hey, studies is the making of a man right there. That's what it is.
So we have Jaden on with us. You are a huge social media influencer and a musician. So you're going to play your song for us, right? You're going to perform it?
Of course, 100%.
I'm so excited about it. I've been watching your TikToks and reading up on your story, and you're pretty cool. I like talking. You're from Chattanooga.
I am from Chattanooga, and I like that compliment. Cool is like, I feel like cool has been, you know, so underrated for like the past couple of years that now it actually means something. So I take that to heart.
Are we bringing cool back?
Yeah, we're bringing cool back. Like that's,
okay,
we are bringing cool back.
Exactly.
I did radio around Chattanooga for a few years, and we would have to go into that market. And oh God, I partied so hard in Chattanooga. I had so much fun in Chattanooga.
Fun, dude. I mean, it's like, it's a whole different type of fun. You know what I mean? It's a whole different world from like LA, because, you know, there's just not much more at hand. You know, here in LA, there's everything, dude. I could literally name anything, and it's like 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive. And in Chattanooga, it's like you just have what you have, really, like what's around you. Like, not when something gets built in Chattanooga, that's like a point in history. Everyone's like, oh my gosh.
Yo, yeah. I don't know. I remember I got popped for we were walking downtown and I had a drink in my hand and they're like, you can't drink outside. And I'm all, I don't know. I figured Chattanooga was like a whole different place. So I thought I was allowed.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it would be allowed to me, but I don't know. What do I know?
All right. I'm sorry. Let's get to work. I'm going to take this whole interview over. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just, does each peck come with its own zip code? And do they dance independently, or do they more work in concert?
It's more of like a team effort thing. You know?
Okay. I'm really glad. Hey, and I was going to come on this without my shirt on, and I thought, you know what though? Like, what if Jaden has his shirt off? It's not like, yeah, we didn't call and coordinate, so I kept my shirt on, just assuming yours would be off. I'm glad I made that decision.
Called wisdom, dude, and I applaud you for it. No, dude, trying to start this thing. I don't know. For a while on social media, like, everyone was like, he always has his shirt off. And it's mainly because I'm a really big, like, homebody. I don't go a lot of places. So, like, I'm always at home. So that's your basketball shorts and tank top. Yes, these are my basketball shorts and tank top.
His yoga pants.
I wear, like, really nice dress pants, right? Like, these are, like, construct or whatever. And then just, like, no shirt. I feel like it's a good balance of, like, you know.
With us doing all the video, I do the opposite. I always wear a cute shirt, and then I always have, like, sweats on the bottom.
That's mad funny. No, yeah. Trying to make it normal again. So like, because when I want to go on stage and wear like some really dope pants and then just be shirtless, that's what I want to go for. So
that's cool. I like that look. That's cool.
Hey,
yeah, exactly.
So before we get to some songs, so what's a Jaden show like? I mean, like, cause you know, and we do all of our research and we do the, you know, getting to know you and all of that before we all hop on here. But for anybody that's just never known Jaden, like, what's a Jaden show like? What are people in for?
Oh my gosh, I love this question. That's a great question. I love it when people ask good questions. Sorry, I had to digress on that a little bit. But you know, I'm really big into bringing back collaborative like performance, not with like other artists, but more like with the audience. You know what I'm saying? I feel like concerts have really been stripped from like people because they've come down to a lot of the time just like a DJ and with a track and then someone singing over it, or maybe not even singing at all, which is like dope because it's still like a dope moment for the artist to be up on stage. But I really think my goal is to just bring back live performance. One, we're going to have like live instruments on stage. Like there may be a track behind it, but I want people to feel the energy of everybody on stage. You know what I'm saying? Making it really real. And then two, I'm just going to like really include my audience. Dude, I'm so excited. Like you have no idea. There's going to be fire. We're bringing back fire. People are going to like cry. They're going to bleed, but like in like a safe way.
An appropriate amount of bleeding at a Jaden show should be expected.
Exactly. I just want people to go in and come out feeling like they just had an epiphany. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that the energy that me and my whole team are putting behind, you know, like the process before the performance is really going to express itself on stage, which I'm really excited about. And another thing is like I'm just not afraid to like mess up. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like, I love awkward situations. Like if there's ever a time where it could be awkward, I will always like allow it to be awkward just because.
I'm so opposite. I want to walk out of the room and die because he makes everything awkward. And our boss and I want to like, everything makes us uncomfortable.
It's so funny. I just stand there and like smile. I think it's like so enjoyable. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. And, like,
well, because you're seeing real reaction. You're seeing real emotion. Like for me, when things get awkward, like I'm seeing real, like for me, it's the real raw emotion when I see it. And for whatever reason, a part of me really craves that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So same thing on stage is like, if anything goes wrong, I'm just going to run with it and be like, yo, because I just want people to feel like this is, when you go to a concert, you're going to like a safe haven. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to just be like, oh, I went to a concert last night. I want it to be like, bro, I went to a concert last night. Like,
right.
And I want the concert that everyone just has to get to at least once in their life. I think the audience and the fans deserve it. I think that artists deserve to have that type of fun on stage. And so I'm just pumped, dude. It's gonna be sick.
That reminds me of Madden, and Madden, you and I went to, and I'll pull this name out because I like his music, but like when you and I went and saw Flow Rida, a Flow Rida show was a track, and at the end of every track was a shotgun blast, and then it went into the next track, and it was fun to see the hits, but it was just a track show, right?
Yeah.
And then you go like a step further. Let's go like a band with drums and like a full 4-piece band, and
yeah,
make fun of me.
Blink 182 and they're upside down on drums.
Right, but
I'm
then
never gonna forget that. I'm never gonna forget that in my life. I was pregnant too, super pregnant.
Exactly.
And I'll never forget that. I had to think about that Flow Rida show. I didn't even remember we went together, and I love Flow.
But if you go a step further to the band thing, like the Blink 182 thing is rad, but like, and make fun of me, I don't care. One of my favorite bands of all time, and still to this day, is the Goo Goo Dolls. I've been to a million Goo Goo Dolls shows, but a Goo Goo Doll show.
Jaden, do you even know who the Goo Goo Dolls are?
No, that's why I laughed.
Okay. But what I was going to say is, even though I've been to so many shows, and I'll feel bad later about this, but even though I've been to so many shows, their show, they have a timer, and I know exactly where that timer is going to be. And when 90 minutes is up, they're done. I got to see all their hits. It was fun for me, but you just see them sing it like it's on the album.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate what Jaden's saying here. Like when you go to a show, it's like Queen. You're a part of the show.
Yes, exactly. Like big inspiration for that. Like I love Motley Crue. I think
yes.
You know, they encapsulate like what it means to like truly perform. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I have to be as reckless as they are. They've already done that. It's like a you know, some sort of a professional guard on me, you know, once I leave the stage, but they were living it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like, oh, let me act like I'm this person, or let me act hard or whatever. They genuinely made one, and they started like a whole revolution of like music and like style, and it's just that's really what I'm trying to bring to the table. You know?
Can we count on Jaden?
Before we get to your song, can my daughter say hi real fast?
Oh yes,
of course, 100%.
Oh, baby. She's a little shy.
What's up, sweetheart? How you doing?
Duck down, baby, so they could see you. Say hi. There you go.
Hi. What's your name?
Layla.
Layla. That's a great name. I got stuck with Jaden, and
she's super into music. Her dad's a program director for radio too, and she has a good ear. She's super into music too.
That's so cool. Do you have curly
hair?
You
want to song with us, or you want to go back up?
I want to watch a song.
Okay.
Okay, bet.
Awesome.
Very nice to meet you, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Of course.
Well, what do you think, Madden? Should we see if he'll play us some tunes?
Yeah, let's do this. Angels and Demons, right?
Yeah, we'll do Angels and Demons first. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did it. to face, yeah. Black, white, left, right, yeah. Up, down, all night, yeah. Can't escape it ever, don't forget my name. I don't feel the same on the trip, no train. And all these angels and demons keep shouting and screaming, I'm falling from Eden. So love me like a rock star, dancing on a cop car. Nothing in the world can stop me now. Wasted like a rock star, riding in a cop car. Nothing in the world can help me out. Look. Everybody says that I'm falling. Take another line, I'm calling. I'm so sick of the nonsense. I'ma dive into the mosh pit. I don't really think I'm the problem. I don't really think it's a problem. Me plus me is a problem. One gunshot can solve them, no. But tell my friends I'm sorry, though, no. Just tell my sins to go. And all these angels and demons keep shouting and screaming, I'm falling from Eden. So love me like a rock star, dancing on a cop car. Nothing in the world can stop me now. Wasted like a rock star, riding in a cop car. No one in the world can help me out. No, 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 no. And all these angels and demons keep shouting and screaming, I'm falling from Eden. Love me like a rock star, dancing on a cop car. Nothing in the world can stop me now. Wasted like a rock star, riding in a cop car. Nothing in the world can help me out.
Was that percussion at the end there? That
That's what we really need, right?
dude, that was so rad.
That's dope, huh?
I like
so
it
cool.
so much.
And that's my thing. Like, this is what I really want people to understand, and I want people to get comfortable with is like the master version of the song. Like, I didn't realize how much went into mastering a song until I started releasing music. And it's like, everyone's like, oh, he does this with his music, he does whatever. Like, that is like the most perfect version, you know what I'm saying? And I want people in the audience to be really comfortable with me, like, changing it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Juice WRLD is a really big.
I really liked it raw. I thought you're awesome. You're a great guy. You're gonna do great things.
So much. And this is Kenji. He kills it on the guitar.
I was gonna ask who that was. Hey, you're pretty good on the guitar, but I got like a little ukulele thing when I was like 7. So if you ever want to get together, I can probably show you some chords. But you know what? You don't have to say yes now. I understand I'm hurting your pride, but you know, we'll talk later. Hey, Juice WRLD's a huge part of your story, man. That's if I read that right, you were at a show where that's like the Juice WRLD shows where you're like, I think I gotta put something into this. I think I can do this.
Yeah, I was in Dallas at the end of our social media tour or whatever it was, and I really loved Juice WRLD. He at this time had already helped me so much. I don't know. I'd say it was more like spiritually rather than mentally, because I still struggle with a lot of like mental health issues. But the outlet of having his music and the fact that I could connect with him on a very real level about a lot of real topics like drugs and you know, depression and suicide, it was really helpful for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it already. And so that's what I had going into this concert. Like, we walked in. And it was because I like saw online or something that he was performing in Dallas, right? I've never been to a concert in my life. I went to a Skillet concert when I was a kid. But other than that, I wasn't very coherent. But I hadn't been to a concert yet. So walked in, wasn't expecting anything. It really was just like expecting to go because it was my first concert, right? He was supposed to come on at 7:30. He didn't come on until like 10. And so half the people left, right? And so they opened up the VIP area, and I'm like 6 feet from Juice WRLD, like straight up like 6 feet from Juice WRLD. And I was just moshing and going crazy, right? And it was so funny because me and my friends went there. We just got off a tour, and like obviously we all do social media, so we were taking like a lot of pictures with people. So like everything that was going on, I should not have realized, you know, what I realized in that moment. And so in the song "Empty," I have it tatted on the back of my arm. There's a lines like "I'm empty, I'm so goddamn empty," and it was like I heard millions of people singing it, but it was just like one voice, and I started like tearing up in the middle of the mosh pit, and it was the weirdest sensation. And I at that moment I just realized I was like, if Juice World can unify me, himself, and that all of these thousands of other kids in one song and with one line, because I mean every single kid in that stadium was like just screaming it out loud, and I was like, that is something more powerful than, you know, government can do, more powerful than anything I've seen so far. And so I was like, I have to take a chance, because I know I feel that, and I know that I've really gotten through a portion of it, and that I've been through a lot in my life. And if I can unify, you know, one person or millions of people, then I got to at least try. So I went home and I got connected with these couple of random producers that I didn't know previously, and then they became pretty good friends of mine, and we made Comatose, my first single. And it took like 6 months to release, but it was awesome. And it was a whole process. And it was really about just like having faith and really trusting my heart and my intentions and everything. You know what I'm saying? And so it's been the craziest year of my life. Like
I'm sure.
You know, one thing Madden and I talk a lot about on our show too, because it's something that her and I both struggle with in different ways, is mental health. Like that's something that we've never really shied away from as a show. We've talked about it openly several times.
Yeah.
I think that's cool when you talk about it, because you reach so many people.
Yeah. I was going to ask you too, when I heard Angels, because when I listen to Angels and Demon, I'm listening to the lyrics. I couldn't tell, and I don't know if as an artist you leave it open to interpretation or if you talk about where you were drawing from, but I couldn't tell when I was listening to that if we were talking about one fateful decision where you had an angel and a demon, or if we were talking about life in general and you just felt like you were bogged down, you know what I mean? Like the internal struggle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really glad that you even got that far with it, because a lot of people will hear like the chorus where it's like, I change it on here, I say like love me and wasted, but it's like fuck me like a rock star.
Right.
Right. And so I didn't realize how much it was going to annoy me. Like and at this point, like that song even like really kind of annoys me now, because like insanely, it's my best song out I have right now. And it's like a really good song, and all the work that went into it was awesome. But my whole purpose with the song was to talk about mental health. And I was talking about that daily struggle that I had, where I was like, and if people watch the music video, it kind of explains that more, where I would like look in the mirror and I felt like I wasn't even looking at myself, and I was doing the things that I didn't want to do, and the things I wanted to do I couldn't. It was like that whole sort of thing. And I was really, really just depressed. And it was back when I was a senior in high school. Like I put myself back in that time. And the line in there talks about, like, I don't really think I'm a problem. I don't really think it's a problem. Me plus me is a problem. One gunshot could solve them. That was like the most important line for me, because that's what I'm talking about in like the whole video. And I really wanted people to catch that one, because that's the premise of everything that everyone goes through. You know, like I don't really think it's a problem. And then, you know, it's either them or other people that convince them it is. Then it's like, I don't really think I'm the problem. And then you get convinced over that. Like another thing happens, someone tells you, or you realize you're so down on yourself, and then you get to the point where like me plus me is the problem, and that's where people are when they're sitting at the point of suicide, and then one gunshot could solve them. And it's like pretty morbid, but that was like the concept I wanted to get. So I came out with Pray like 4 days ago, I think, and maybe 3, and maybe 4, I don't know. But
let's say 5.
Yeah, let's say 5. Oh, that really like hung me up for a second. I was like, what number is it? But anyway, and Pray is just, I just said, screw all the like alliterations and screw the simile. Like I'm just gonna say it outright. Like I gotta make a song talking about, you know, what I went through. And so I just came out blatantly, and I don't know if y'all listened to it or saw the music video, but I was tired of everyone sugarcoating everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially right now, the last thing people deserve is to be sugarcoated. And so on top of that is like, I feel like other than the actual virus itself, and maybe a few other things. Depression is like the biggest thing hitting our country right now, because everyone's locked up, everyone's away, they're not used to their normal way of life, they feel secluded and alone. And so I just knew I had to make. I don't really care like about structure and stuff like that. Most people wait till they've made it to start doing good things. I want to start doing good things while I'm making it, like on the journey. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's when the most impact happens.
Hold on. Madden, is he saying that kindness is free?
That's exactly what he's saying.
Am I hearing that right? Am I hearing that it's easy to be kind?
Is that an original quote?
I feel like you got that on a Snapple cap.
That's mad.
Well, we think you're awesome, and we know that you have to hop off because you're about to go do that Zoom meet and greet with our listeners, which we really appreciate you doing. I hope you do. You're going to do big things.
Thank you. I
already know it.
Yeah, I really.
Yeah, thanks for being wordy with us.
Oh, of course, dude. I love talking. Like, I love these things. I just I really enjoy human appreciation for people. So thank you for having me. I really.
For sure, man. Good luck in everything.
I bet. Y'all have a great day. Okay.
You too.
Adios.
Bye.